St. Louis Junior Derby presents the rules of flat track roller derby. The game of roller derby is a contact sport played by two teams of 5 members roller skating counterclockwise around a track. The length of a game consists of two 30-minute periods. Gameplay consists of a series of short matchups, also known as jams, in which both teams designate a jammer. They're the ones that wear a star on the helmet. Assisting each respective jammer are 3 blockers and a pivot. The pivots are marked by a stripe on their helmet. As soon as the official blows the first whistle to start a jam, each jammer tries to make an initial pass through the pack. The blockers try to simultaneously aid their jammer to break through while keeping the opposing jammer at bay. The first jammer that makes their way to the front of the pack cleanly is designated as the lead jammer, and the referee will point to the jammer that is designated lead. That skater now controls the length of the jam and is now eligible to score points. Meanwhile, if the opposing jammer makes it through the pack cleanly, they are also eligible to score points. The jammers will advance around the track, and when they rejoin the pack, they will try to skate past the opposition. For every opposing blocker and pivot a jammer cleanly passes, they will receive 1 point. In this situation, the lead jammer passes the 4 adversaries. Thus, they receive 4 points. During gameplay, skaters can be called for penalties such as a back block, a high block, a low block, or other illegal contact. When this occurs, the skater is sent to the designated penalty area for 30 seconds. Up to 3 skaters from one team can sit in the penalty area at one time. And even though they're in the penalty area, if a jammer goes through the pack, points are still achieved as if the penalized skater was on the track, so it's important for blockers and a pivot to play a jam cleanly. When a jammer goes to the penalty area, a power jam occurs and a team can quickly score points. Jammers that go into the penalty area are also seated for 30 seconds. Now let's go back to our lead jammer since they are in control of play. A singular jam can last up to 2 minutes, but the lead jammer can call off and conclude the jam at any time they're on the track. The call-off is designated by the lead jammer repeatedly placing their hands on their hips. Remember, the lead jammer is the only skater that can call off the jam unless there is an official stoppage of play. So why are pivots important and why do they wear a stripe? Number 1, they control traffic a lot, but they also serve as an additional function. Sometimes a jammer will have a hard time trying to pass through a pack of opposing blockers. To help remedy this situation, the jammer will remove the star from their helmet and pass it off to the pivot. The pivot is the only skater that can receive the star from the jammer. The pivot is now considered a jammer and can score points when they pass the opposition in the same manner as described before. When a jam concludes, a 30-second break occurs and each team will field a new set of skaters for the next jam unless they're sitting in the penalty area. When the period clock reaches goose eggs, if there is still time left on the jam clock, the play continues until either the lead jammer calls off the jam or until the jam clock completely expires. At the finish of the period, the team with the most points wins. Then it's Jubilee celebration time, and in the case of St. Louis Junior Derby, it's time for juice boxes and cupcakes. If you want to find out more about the future of the flat track sport, visit the table of St. Louis Junior Derby. Hang on tight, it's almost time for the first whistle.